I am currently at, this is so dumb. I am currently in a really pivotal point in my life right now. I have a lot of things going on and they're all very important. Now, in the past, I've been really good at burning out, taking on too many things and getting sick. And I've learned through pattern recognition that when I see those things happening, I stop, I reflect, and I take one or two of those things out of my current equation. However, right now, all of the things that I'm juggling have to stay. And they're going to be here for at least the next... So because I can't take anything out, I need to find a way of making them work. Let me give you an idea of what I'm working with at the moment. Number one is my health and fitness. I'm trying to stay strong, I'm trying to stay mobile, trying to stay cardiovascularly, trying to stay cardiovascularly healthy, if that's even a word. And I want to look like I'm in good shape. Number two is wedding planning. Trying to make sure that me and Manon have the best wedding possible with all of our friends and family without going super high over budget. Number three is business, I guess, is this YouTube channel. I'm trying to post weekly and post shorts from these videos 2 or 3 times a week and plan new videos and do exciting things, and that takes time too. The fourth thing is my mental health. With all this stuff going on, all this change that's happening, I need to make sure I'm taking care of me so I can keep doing all these other things. I need to make sure I keep doing all the things that make me feel good so I don't burn out. And then the next thing is my full-time job. I have a 9 to 5 in sales that I have to keep putting energy into, that I want to keep putting energy into, but that's another thing I'm juggling. And then the last thing is my relationships with Manon, with my friends and my family. Those things are really important to me, and it's those relationships that give me energy to keep on moving forward. So as you can tell, I'm doing a lot of things at the moment and I'm trying to keep track of everything. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to start documenting the things that I'm doing and the way I'm managing all of these things. One, to keep me accountable, and two, because it might inspire one of you to find a different way of handling all the things you've got going on. And even though life can be overwhelming sometimes, there's always a system we can use to keep us in check. We just got to find out what it is. My plan for this kind of series, I guess, is to try different systems and see what works so I can share with you guys what's going on. If you're going through any of these things, or you just want to help a new YouTuber follow his passion, I'd love it if you could hit the subscribe button down here. I'll wait while you do it. Thanks. This week, we're kicking things off with health and fitness. Now, I would say I'm pretty healthy overall. I've done a lot of run events in the past, I've done a lot of swimming, and have consistently trained in the gym multiple times a week for years. I've also, until this job, always had jobs where I'm on my feet all day long, doing 10, 15,000 steps a day. I'm starting to see the effects of this very still job on my body. Couple that with a back injury and basically stopping cardio after I completed my 3.k swim. You can hear about that in this video just up here. And you've got a perfect mix for me being the fattest and heaviest I've ever been. And I don't like it. I feel uncomfortable in my body. I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I feel. So starting on Monday, I'm kicking off my feel better about myself phase in life. I've always weighed around 75 to 78 kilos, which is my average. However, when I got on the scale yesterday, I was at 82.9 kilos. That is the heaviest I've ever seen the numbers on the scale. It's crazy. I'm planning on approaching this fat loss phase a little differently than I have in the past, or a little differently than you see all these other YouTubers telling you how to do it. This is by no means health advice. This is just what I'm doing to make some progress. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to do 10,000 steps a day. I'm going to train in the gym 3 times a week. I'm going to swim 1 or 2 times a week, and I'm going to eat meal prep every day. I'm not going to eat out. I'm not going to eat snacks out. I'm going to focus on just eating food that I make at home and take it with me to work. The idea behind this is that I can control what I'm putting in my body. Even if I go out to eat and I choose a salad, I don't know what's on the salad. I don't know what the chicken's been cooked in. I can control everything when I make it myself or I bring it from my home. I'm also going to weigh myself every day. I normally wouldn't suggest this, and when I was a PT, I always told my clients to not weigh yourself every day. Do it twice a week, on a Monday and a Friday. However, I'm curious to see how my eating during the week affects how my weight changes. I understand there's going to be some variables, and some days it's going to go up, some days it's going to go down. As long as the trend is going down, we're on the right pathway. I don't recommend weighing yourself every day for everyone, because it can get a bit overwhelming, especially if the fluctuations make you feel pretty emotional. What am I not going to do? I'm not going to track my calories. I don't believe that you have to track calories to make progress with your health and fitness. I think it adds another layer of pressure, and I want to make this journey as easy as possible with as least pressure as possible as I can for myself. I'm also not setting a hard goal of I need to be at 78 kilos in 12 weeks. I don't really care. I want to get below 80, but that's just the direction I want to go in. If you see my other video about goals, you can watch that one up here. You'll understand that maybe setting a goal is not the best way to do it. It's a bit of a direction. but it's not a hard goal. I'm not going to feel like shit if I don't reach this goal. I just want to see the weight starting to go down because it means that I'm implementing things into my life that are going to make me healthier in the long run. Good morning. It is Thursday. I have been shocking this week at filming updates about my week and my health and fitness. Just gonna go for a swim now. So let me give you a quick rundown why I'm searching for our car. This week's actually been really good. I've learned some very good lessons. Lesson number one is do your first gym session on Monday morning. Gives you a head start, because I thought I'll just do my first one on Tuesday. I was sleeping on Monday to get the sleep. Had a terrible night's sleep Monday night. Woke up on Tuesday, had to sleep a bit more because I didn't have a very good night's sleep. I needed to sleep. So then that set me back a day, and I didn't start my exercise for the week until Wednesday, which is fine. But if I don't have another day where I can't train or I need to sleep or I don't feel great, it's gonna make it hard to get my 3 workouts in and 1 or 2 swims. So big lesson learned in that sense. Food this week has been great, actually. I've done really well at not eating anything outside the house, like buying anything outside the house, which is really, really great. Almost bought a bottle of Coke yesterday, which, hey, Coke Zero, almost no calories. However, I'm trying also not to put too many chemicals in my body either. So I just had a black coffee, which was free, that I got at work, which kind of did the job that a bottle of Coke would do as well. So far, it's been good. Done 1 gym session, about to do my first swim for the week. And then Friday I do another gym session, Saturday swim, Sunday gym session. Do your exercises early in the week. I also just want to add on, a really interesting thing that I found was on Tuesday, so Monday night I had a really bad night's sleep. On Tuesday, my craving for chocolate and lollies or sweets was so high. So I'm really seeing the correlation between lack of sleep, lack of energy, and my body craving these sweet things, which is definitely added to my body fat growth over the past few months. Well, my whole life, actually. I've always enjoyed some sweet treats, but definitely accounted for the extra weight that I am carrying at the moment. This is a little clip from my swim session. After I did the 2.8k swim, I took a few weeks off, so I'm just getting back into it now. And after some revision from my dad, who is a swim teacher, I learned that my swim stroke sucks a little bit, which explains why I've been swimming so slowly. So I'm actually learning how to swim better. So I'm almost restarting swimming and starting again, which means my distances are getting shorter, but my technique is getting better, and I'll slowly build the distances up as I get more used to the new technique. Okay, so swim complete. Did I forget to film this clip? Yes, but I'm doing it right now. It's a few hours later. You know, some days swimming feels good, and it feels easy and cruisy. I feel like I could do it all day. Today was not one of those days. Today was an absolute slog, an absolute grind. I committed to doing 1.5 Ks. I did about 500 meters, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you know what? It's really hard today. I worked out yesterday. My lats are a bit sore. I'm not feeling very floaty today. It's feeling really hard. I'll just stop at a K, you know? And I was like, it's okay to stop at a K, man. It's okay. Like, it's, you know, you're being easy on yourself and you're not putting too much pressure on yourself to do all these things. And then I thought, no, like I said I'd do 1.5 kilometers. I just got to do it. And I just thought back to previous swims, and I've just thought, just do 1 more lap. Just do 1 more lap. I did 1 more lap. I did 1 more lap, and that was 10 laps. And then, you know, that's into 20 laps. And then 60 laps later, I did 1.5 kilometers. So was it hard? Yes. Did I feel exhausted afterwards? Absolutely. But I did 1.5k swim today, and I'm very happy with that. Thank you so much for watching this video. This has been some snapshots over what I've been doing over the past few weeks. Like I said, the health and fitness is just one area of life that I'm focusing on at the moment. And every week I'm planning on updating you on another one and explaining to you the process and the systems that I'm using to improve that area of my life. I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'd love to see you in the next one. Hit subscribe if you would. That'd be awesome. Maybe a like, maybe even comment. Tell me about your current goals with health and fitness, and I'd love to see you in the next video. Peace!